USTEC 100, popularly known as the Nasdaq. And the Nasdaq so far will be considered the most profitable asset on our watch list since the beginning of the week, as whatever decision we made, we saw how market moved significantly well in that direction we capitalized on. At the beginning of the week, we bought the USTEC 100, and during the course of yesterday's trading session, we saw a selling opportunity, which of course gave us multiple entries and of course significant amount of profit. Now, for the sake of those who missed out on our earlier sessions and for the sake of educational purposes, let's run through what we saw here on the 1 hour time frame and what led to the decisions of buying and selling this asset during the week. Now, the first thing we observe here is the key level, which was at the 17,350, and we saw the week starting on a bullish note as we saw this bullish related candle. We had a hammer candle around this area, resulting into price action confined within that range that is between the 17,445 and the 17,350. And of course, you know how we do it. Whenever we have a range like this, we want to wait for either price breaking down the support line to give us an opportunity to sell, or breaking out of the resistance line to give us an opportunity to buy. So at no point in time did price even come close to the support line. So instead, we had the privilege of capitalizing on this buy opportunity as we had our first buy position triggered above the 17,445 level. Then we kept on adding more positions at the breakout of the 17,515 and of course the 17,600. And I can remember during our live session yesterday, I did mention that we should move all our stop losses securing the current buy position, as we could see selling pressure resume as we saw that buyers were finding it difficult to maintain the traction above that 17,600. And one of the things we said here is that we will be using this ascending trend line to guide our trading decision. That is, if price breaks down this ascending trend line and the 17,515 level, we will be joining a bearish move. And as you will see right here, price broke down the 17,515, broke down the ascending trend line, and since that moment we have been selling, adding multiple entries. Of course, we had the 17,445 and of course the 17,350. And if you still have your sell positions running at this point in time, you will on the first position be running with about 260 pips in profit, while the second position is running with about 180 pips in profit, and of course the third one is running with about 80 pips in profit. So we have close to 500 pips in profit on this particular asset. And for those of us who did capitalize on this opportunity, well done, and kudos to you for being on standby to capitalize on this move. So right now, if you still have your sell position running, you want to be moving your stop losses accordingly. And I'm of the opinion that anywhere around the 17,320 makes more sense to place our stop losses right now. And please remember to give enough breathing space for price action to move around. Now, with a well-secured position at this juncture, what is going to be our next line of action for today? Well, price action just broke down our key level for the first time in about 2 weeks, I think, the 17,350. So let's go into the higher time frame so you can see how important this key level is. So now scaling up into the daily time frame, remember this is what we saw at the beginning of the week. We had our ascending trend line marked out, and then we also had a couple of levels that we said we will be using to guide our decision. And of course, we had our key level sitting somewhere around the 17,350, where we said a breakdown of that key level may bring price back to retest the $17,000 level that was broken to the upside, or even come to as close as this ascending trend line, maybe to incite an uptrend continuation. And if possible, a breakdown of the structure will be welcoming a sell-off in this particular market. Now, with the way things are going right now, price just broke down to 17,350. So for me, I want to consider this as the seller's territory. So we'll look forward to see how far will this momentum go. And the distance between where price is right now and the something $1,000 level is about 275 pips. And of course, the trend line is about 360 pips, as you will see here. So let's see if the market will come back into the structure. So we're holding on to a bearish bias. Now, there's still a possibility that price could come back and retest the structure after being broken. So if it comes back to retest the structure, we want to be part of that move. So let's scale down into a lower time frame to see how that plays out. Okay, so hold on a second. So this is the 17,350, right? We have a breakdown of the structure. So will price come back? If it does come back and selling pressure persists there, we will be looking out for selling opportunities to the downside. But if price action climbs back above the key level, then we are back within the seller's bias territory, where price may come back to retest the ascending trend line that was broken yesterday. Okay, so price may come back to retest the ascending trend line. So for us to buy, we want to see something like a breakout retest of that key level at a 17,350, and we will be looking at a TP target of about 280 pips, so about 300 pips. And then if price goes ahead to break out of the 16,380, then we could add more buy positions to our existing trade. But as it is right now, our center of focus is going to be around the 17,350, where depending on how the market reacts to this level will determine if we are going to be buying or selling this asset. So to simply put, if price remains below the 17,350, we continue to look out for patterns and structures that supports the idea of selling. And if price climbs back above the 17,350, we look out for patterns and structures that supports the idea of buying. So I hope this is very clear. Please move your stop losses on all the current sell position while we look forward to see how the market will play out from here. Now, another thing I would like to call our attention to is the lowest point price action has been for this week, which is exactly around the 17,240. So you want to be marking that level out too as well. If price goes ahead to break down, retest that structure, we will be adding more sell positions to our existing trade. So mark it out and let's see how far this momentum is going to go. This is my simple view on the USTEC 100. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comment section.